Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Wrestling for Life Network as we bring you your Saturday night main event, John Cena's last match preview and prediction show. Me and that pretty face going to dive into the matches, dive into the card, dive into all the fun stuff. What will we get? Will there be surprises as we say goodbye to one of the GOATs? Make sure you get in that chat. Click all the buttons. Strap in, strap on, grab your snacks, grab your feel good, and let's go. Ding, ding, ding. We are live and back at it again, folks. Like I said, we are the Wrestling for Life Network. This is our preview show for Saturday Night Main Event. Seems like most of what people are talking about on the IWC in the internet world, if you will, but lots to talk about, lots to get into. We're going to break it all down. It's going to be a lot of fun. And like I said, me and that pretty face have you for the next little while. So it's going to be a good one. I see that chat filling up already. We will say hello and we will talk all about the show. We will be here live 6:45 on Saturday for it. It's going to be a good one and we're looking forward to it. But if you don't know who we are, I might as well tell you. I am Mr. Evernight KJ White, the Iron Man of YouTube. That is Big Nick.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, the Wrestling for Life Network proudly brings to you its tag stream champions of the world, the Every Night Delight KJ White. I am Big Nick, and yes, that's the last time we're going to be hearing that, my guy.
Yeah, in that capacity for sure. A lot to, we'll see how the future holds as far as what happens. But I mean, again, as far as being an in-ring competitor, it all comes to an end on Saturday. They've kind of done a good job of, building around just John Cena's moment. The rumor, or at least from John's own mouth, he wanted, they talked about a whole show dedicated to John. John being very humble, wants to see, some other things happen. So we are going to get a little bit of infusion of some of the younger talent in a couple of the matches. We're going to talk all about it here tonight. Again, like, share, subscribe. Make sure you hit all the buttons. Make sure you click the link for our predictions championship. It is up. Become our new champ, as that will be on the line this weekend. So we're looking forward to that. Make sure you hit all the buttons as well. But yeah, blow up the chat. Let us know. We will get your 2 cents on some of the things going on. National Stretching Day and National App Day. App is in app on your phone. App is in appy. My brain goes to appy, but it's probably app on your phone, which why does that get a day?
App on your phone. I don't think it's appetizer, my guy.
Why is that a day?
Sticks.
Right. Here's something we could do for that day is stop changing all the apps.
Right.
What up, Kev? Let's go. Sean, Dale, Josh, Trey, Maurice, Jessica. I'm not sure if I said the first part right, but I do know Jessica's correct. Hello. One last match. Again, it's been very emotional. Lots going around in the, on the internet, the wrestlers, the wrestling fans, everybody kind of chiming in videos and pictures and comments, and it's crazy. It's crazy good, to be honest.
WWE put out a whole tribute video of pretty much the entire roster thanking John and putting him over and everything. And allegedly they're going to open the show, which is going to be a bit different. And now, granted, because this isn't on NBC, this is just on the Peacock, that this gets however long they want to go, I guess. So there should be no reason that John gets cut off. If he's starting the show and they got time to go wherever.
Yeah, and I mean, again, that wide open thing. Now, I did see a thing to say today that said it will not open the show, which makes more sense. Now, I don't know what report is accurate, but I mean, again, we all thought it was kind of weird. Like, if he opens the show and you have the big emotional kind of moment, even if he's trying to be humble, you got to be in the main event on Saturday, dude. Help the card out, because nobody is really going to care about anything else after that. I'm sorry.
Yeah, well, and I think, not to foreshadow anything, if it was, because that's the most that I've seen for all intents and purposes, is it was starting the show, that might lean you away in the way the match is going to go. Because again, you've still got a whole rest of a show to do, and it's going to be really interesting if that goes a certain way.
Yeah, I mean, again, it will all depend on how they want to play this one out. It shall be interesting. Other things on the card, which we will get into and break it down. Just saying hello to Reader. Good luck, Reader. I'm an underdog, and that's the way I like it. What's up, Clay? I saw someone else make a comment. TNA would be pre-recorded as always, as most of the time it is. We're hoping that changes with AMC. One last knee pad. Let's go. But with all that being said, Nick, I think we can just dive into the actual card itself and get into, I guess, the first match on the docket. We can congratulate. Well, we already said the prediction titles on the line. Spaz, Bradley, MDB, top three last night. But the first match on the list to discuss, my friend, as you see on the screen, AJ Lee taking on Javon and Leon. Leon's against AJ Lee. How are we doing?
Are they on or are they off? Well, speaking of TNA, and yeah, especially with their new TV deal coming up, and it's around the holidays, I expect most of TNA is pre-recorded. This match is interesting to me because the tag titles are on the line. If the tag titles weren't on the line, I think this is much more of a 50-50 split. I don't know. Like, the word contract tampering has been thrown around a lot with Leon Slater of how
Why?
much he's been used on WWE TV. If they pulled him, I guess, allegedly from a Dub X Dub promotion to have him over here. I'm not saying I believe it. I'm just saying what the IWC, what the Twitter folks be saying. And
Yeah,
everything.
again, completely lost. Again, the IWC continues to prove that they are out to lunch. A lot of them can't read. A lot of them can't write. A lot of them can't spell. A lot of them can't comprehend. And it's unfortunate. But Leon Slater's here in this company right now with permission, missing the other show. That's on the athlete and the company he works for. If they said, hey, we would really love to have you here instead, if he says yes, we're in. So again, I know people try and paint a narrative and tampering. No, TNA is fully aware. It's not a secret, guys. Like, they're fully aware. And this has worked out extremely well for TNA. And anybody that wants to kind of go down that route, TNA is going to be on AMC in January. Enough said. So that's it. I mean, that's the trump card.
Fair enough. And it's not that kind of card. Not big, not huge, just a little card. Do you see, which way do you see this going though? Because the titles are on the line of, I don't know if Leon wins the Raw tag titles, so he's going to be on Raw weekly.
Yeah,
You're
maybe.
really pulling him away from TNA, and that's really jumping Javon and him up.
Yeah, for sure. And again, it might be a short run, it might be a long run. We've seen, tag teams like the New Day win the belts, but not really defend them a whole lot. So, TNA doing weekend tapings and him getting to those tapings and then getting to a Raw shouldn't be a big deal. Again, I'm positive, though I'm not in the rooms, but they've had conversations with Carlos. Carlos seems over the moon right now of like, hey, we're going to put the strap on Leon and we're going to use them on these dates. Sure. Like, if people act like the WWE and other companies out there are run like a clubhouse, like, I get it. Some of them, are young and maybe they haven't got out of high school yet, but they don't seem to understand that, like, there's a business here. Like, there's etiquette. There's a way to conduct yourself. You don't just, oh shit, like Javon was supposed to be over there, but where is he? Where's Leon? Are they together? What are we going to do? Like, no, there's a level of professionalism that exists, and MTP cracking wise.
Well, it's because it's the group of people that weren't allowed in the clubhouse as kids and everything that are still holding that kind of vendetta, that think that everybody's just a big mean bully, that they're not conducting business. Do you think that Javon, if he was to win here, him cashing in his Iron Survivor opportunity this past Tuesday might play a part into this? Because you're not going to have your Raw tag champ that's already got a world title shot down in NXT. You might be stretching the kid a little too thin, might be too much all over the place, even for Brian Alvarez.
Maybe. I say give him the belts. So
Fair.
I'm picking the Ons. I'm picking Javon and Leon to win. I think AJ and Dragon Lee have done well, so they might not. But Javon and Leon have been so good. Give them the belts, even if it's a short run where they drop it to like the New Day or the Usos, and because we're running that back next week. I'm all for it. Let them have it. Do something fun. Do something youthful. Do something exciting.
If you bring them up to the main roster, though, or then you're just going to kind of you're not going to want them to go back to back to
No, no, no.
NXT, back to TNA. So you're almost going to want to keep them up there.
Not necessarily. I don't see that's a guarantee. Like Javon's still very young. This could do
But
well
they're
for
going to
him.
add that new lifeblood and that new youth movement into that tag team
Mhm.
division that we know is very much lacking.
Mhm.
That's the thing. Those two guys are going to
It'd
be a
be
fun
great.
tag team.
Yeah, it'd be great if they could keep him. Keep him up, but I don't think they're beholden to it. I'm not sure what Leon's contract status is as far as getting him out, but it's kind of the writings on the wall here as far as what he's doing, similar to Jordan and Joe. So ultimately, yeah, I just think they would just kind of be fun. It's Saturday main event. They get a big win. It's the only titles on the line. I'm just going on a flyer. Javon and Leon for the dub.
You may not be wrong. I'm just wondering how many NXT talent go over on this show.
Yeah, that becomes a very big question because I know how I'm feeling about it. But that being said, I think there's going to be a fun match. I'm not sure you haven't. I'm getting the
I haven't
feeling.
even made a pick yet. I'll take AJ Lee. I guess I've made a case of enough of defending that the contract tampering and all of that I'll go AJ Lee. And again, it'd be nice to see AJ Styles get a nice little win. He'll probably have a moment too with Cena after this and
Mhm,
everything. So it'll just be a nice little feel good moment. And
mhm.
I don't think that there's going to be a ton of NXT wins on this show.
Yeah, maybe not. And AJ Lee, 71% of the chat going with AJ, Javon, and Leon going 14. Nobody getting 14 as well. So Key Sweat tied with the young underdogs. Yeah, I just think it'd be fun, and I'm okay with it. It could go either way. I think this is gonna be good. I like AJ Lee and as tag champs.
Yeah, and I don't want to see Javon and like get so excited about them being on the main roster. And oh, now you got to go back to NXT. Now you got to. You can't have Leon stay over anymore. He's got to go back to TNA. He's got to go back home now.
Right, I'm okay with that. Again, it just only bolsters them in their own stable. So it wouldn't be the first time somebody came up and then went back down. So I think that would be okay. But for the
Steven's getting the gist of the situation here.
right. But with that being said, one of the most talked about matches that I've seen announced. This one's crazy. We didn't a week and a half ago. Oba wasn't even champ, but Oba will take on Cody Rhodes, and a lot of people are chanting for the ruler
Because he's gonna win. If John Cena goes on first this main event, there's no other match that could. You put this kid over to the moon. I think now, granted, is it going to be a clean win? I don't know. Does Drew McIntyre get involved? Because we've still got SmackDown beforehand. He's still got the ongoing situation with Cody. Cody just tried to carjack him. So maybe Drew gets involved. But we already said before he came back to NXT and won the NXT title, he's got that star power. He's going to be on the main roster.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is the closest we're going to get to that or that Kevin Owens, John Cena moment.
Yeah, but I mean, it kind of counters exactly what you said in the last match. Is okay. So Oba comes up, beats the world champion, and then we send him back down. I think Cody's gonna, unless he gets screwed by like a Drew. I think Cody's gonna find a way to win this one. I think it's gonna be a good exhibition. I think you're gonna put Oba on display. He's a force to be reckoned with. But at the end of the day, Cody's the world champion. Cody finds a way. Cody has to find a way.
How many crossroads does he hit? How many crossroads does it take to put down Oba?
It's got to be a
three.
couple.
I mean, it was 3 for the tribal chief, so maybe 2.
Yeah, and what if it goes the other way? What if someone like Ricky shows up and costs Oba?
Is that Ricky as a heel or is that Ricky babyface?
Well, Ricky is no longer a babyface from what I can tell. So based on his actions, again, I think I know people get a little loose with the rules in wrestling nowadays, but if you eat a ref, you're probably a bad guy, and it feels very bad guyish. Oba feels like the babyface in the scenario, so he's not going to show up as a babyface.
Well, does that start to then tinge on to Cody and latch on to him? It's the black suit Spider-Man kind of vibe.
Yeah, I kind of think that is the possibility there.
I just don't know. Does Oba win this and then just hand the belt to Ava? I'm sorry, I brokered your toy. Because even if he loses, which still I don't think he will, because you're going to have a big moment on here besides John. And this is your other big moment I think you're going to have is he goes over Cody.
Okay.
But when he does go back to NXT, what do you do? Even if he loses, if he wins, like, does he go lose and then lose the title again to Ricky. Where do we go with him after this? Either way.
Yeah, I think even right now, based on the fact that they gave him the booking, you have Ricky in the mix. You have, well, who might be turning. You kind of have Javon still kicking around, and I think that kid would be great as a champion. I think he's earned it. He's gotten himself over so big. There's a couple other names down there that might give him a run. But yeah, I think as it stands for the foreseeable future, Oba, kind of stays as the head of that division. I just don't know bringing Oba up. I know we get all eager and excited, but I just don't know where Oba slot. Like, what do you do with Oba on the main roster heading into
Oba
Rumble?
Ilya.
What's that?
Oba Ilya.
Oba Ilya. Yeah.
Obla
Okay.
Obla da.
Yeah.
Show. Oh.
Yeah, I guess that could work.
Well, does it seem like they've kind of booked themselves almost into a corner? Maybe not fully, but kind of they had to put the title back on Oba so he could be in this match, because you're not going to have Cody take on the guy who's not the champ and everything. If you're going to have Cody be on this show and take on an NXT person, I feel. And Oba's got that aura. So I can see a world to where he goes over Cody. Now,
and then just stays?
Honestly, yeah.
Yeah, no, I don't see that happening. And again, they didn't pick themselves in the corner because all of this was optional. They came up with the stipulation that the winner of the championship. So
that's what I'm saying. They painted themselves into their own fucking corner here.
Yeah, I don't think they're in a corner, though. I think it's wide open. I still have the issues with Ricky. Cody still got issues on his own plate. People are kind of booking them into a corner, hoping that something happens. But I don't believe that we've seen like the beginning of the ruler and he beats Cody and he goes on to something powerful and he just sticks around. No, they gave him the world title. He's got at least got to go back and run that tour and give that belt back. So we got time.
But see, I guess that's my issue with this. He, to me, should have never gotten that belt back. He should have never gone back. And he's on like that double senior tour through.
Not really, though. I mean, again,
he's kind of graduated. He should be on the main roster.
Yeah, I don't think so. I think you got a nice, strong position with Oba. And everyone's so like you run the risk of rushing guys up. Oba's great. Oba's got a bright future. Oba's going to do a lot of good things. But at the end of the day, I mean, yeah, I don't think they're in any issue at all. They gave Oba the belt because Oba was the better marquee match than Ricky Saints. Sorry, Saints, but that's why this is here.
Weren't you the guy advocating for the youth movement in the first match or the tag match and everything like that? And I'm out here advocating for the youth movement with Oba.
Even if Oba beats him, Oba's going back to NXT. So
I want him to just jump to the main roster. That's what I'm saying. I don't think he should have ever gone back to NXT. He should have lost the belt to Saints, and then he just jumps to the main roster and stays there. We thought he was going to be in the tournament.
60% of the chat taking Cody. Again, they gave him the belt for this match. And we'll see what happens. 25%, 12. So, yeah, I mean, again, I'm all for the young guys getting some love. Oba, you just need a leader. You can't gut NXT. We were so used to old NXT where it's like, oh, they got good, move them up. They got good, move them up. It's not like that anymore.
But you've got Saints. You've got guys down there. You were just saying how they have guys down there. So you're not going to gut it. We expect Trick to move up. So Oba moving up is now gutting it. You've still got
Javon down there. If Oba goes, and then now we're
Javon stays down there.
So who are we doing? Ricky, Javon? Are we doing Tony D? I think Tony D is a threat to Oba right now. But again, you still want that show to have some marquee value. Oba's coming, just not right now. Maybe Rumble.
Not till spring. Not winter is coming. He's coming. Spring is coming when Oba's coming.
Right. $5 super chat. From our buddy Spaz, I got my own Saturday night main event preview going live at 10. They're double down, folks. I'm down a co-host and flying solo, so be nice. You got it, bro. You got it. Shout out to Jake as well. So go check out our buddy Spaz at 10 o'clock tonight.
Absolutely. And I do like this question from Over the Ropes podcast, and I'm over the 4-match card stuff. Should we get something added tomorrow for SmackDown? I know it's the 2 hours, supposed to be 2 hours. The focus is going to be prominently and permanently on John Cena with this whole show. Do you need 5 or 6 here? Can you get away with just the 4?
You can get away with just the 4 on this show because it's a 2-hour show, and we are like, I mean, again, it might be longer than 2 hours, but because you have the stretch, I think 4 match pay-per-views are horseshit.
Hmm.
5, I mean, when you have a Royal Rumble or 2 Royal Rumbles or Elimination Chambers, 5, okay, fine, I can make that because you're going to do 2 hours and just 2 matches. But the rest of the pay-per-view, Survivor Series, I've said it before, it puts such an emphasis on the matches. The matches better be fucking good. And when you all you need to do is shit the bed once and you're already down a quarter of the show, it was shit. So that's not great.
No, no. And you have way too much runtime in between.
Yeah. And I mean, I'm all for letting the matches breathe and have time, but I mean, there's a balance here. We got one guy that can't stop himself from booking 30 matches and another guy that doesn't want to book more than 3. So what the fuck are we doing? Like there's a middle here somewhere,
Come
folks.
together right
Right?
now.
6 to 8, maybe 9. I'm happy.
6 to 8 is the sweet spot. 6 to 8 is the sweet spot. That's roughly where you can get to the 3 to the 4 hour mark if you need to go and do a 4 hour show for like a SummerSlam or something. That's where that's your real sweet spot. You don't overextend yourself, but you don't give the people less than what they expected.
Right. Yeah. US title open challenge. If they add that in, that'd be interesting. I'd be down for them to add something. So we'll see.
Fair enough. Screw you, Jose, trying to do 6, 7.
Boo. But let's go to the next one. Another vet, another setup as far as the NXT talent coming up. Yeah, I mean, a meteor that in 2025 in Sol Ruca taking on Bayley. Bayley, the gatekeeper.
Yeah, I hate that Bayley's kind of become the gatekeeper a bit in this situation. Did everyone else forget that she used to hear voices for like 2 weeks and everything and was going to be crazy Bayley, and now she's just back to like Pam?
No, I
She's
still
not
think
even
she's
Bayley
doing.
anymore. She's just Pam.
I think she's still doing the creepy thing, like
I
where
haven't
she's like
seen.
she's
You don't
overly
see her
friendly
kind
to
of
Lyra.
snap out of it and snap into it. You see Blake Monroe do more of that than you do Bayley now. She's just Lyra's best pal. She's Auntie Pam hanging out. Um, she's like everyone's mom that hangs out with the fucking friend group. Um,
Okay.
and I love Bayley. I think she wins here. I know Sol Ruca's on a meteoric rise. It's between her and Stephanie Vacour, I think, for female pro wrestler of the year.
Oh wow.
Um,
Okay.
we can talk about that later as to other candidates and everything, but she's up there. She'd be in contention. I
Yeah.
think Zarya gets involved here, costs Sol the match, and we finally get that true split up. It puts that
Mm-hmm.
situation on a prominent stage. And again, like I was saying, I only have Oba winning for the NXT talent. I think this is still going to be a bit of a vet heavy. It's a showcase more than we're
Mm-hmm.
putting you over. If they
Yep.
go that way, of all the young talent wins, then good on you. I mean, it's fits with that ruthless aggression kind of slap Kurt Angle vibe.
Mm-hmm.
But I think vet's over heavy.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, at least in this one, Bayley, I think is going to give us a good match. Sol's going to make it close. I think it's going to be exciting. I think Bayley, the vet, finds a way to win, and it'll be a great showing for Sol. I would imagine being in there with Auntie Pam, as we can call her. But yeah, no, I think this is going to be fun. But to me, I'm kind of with you. I think Sol looks good, but takes the L. And I don't even know if anyone has to run in. And I literally think they could lose just straight up. Losing to Bayley doesn't hurt your career.
That's the thing is we need to remember how good Bayley is, and that's what this
Yeah.
match needs to really show of how good Bayley is. Don't you? Dude, so out of the 4 horsewomen, you put her bottom tier
As it stands today, I think so. But we'll see
as
how.
an in-ring talent. Bayley, right now to you, is
Oh,
bottom
like
tier.
talent wise in the ring, she's the best of the 4. They're out of the 4.
And we need. That's what I'm saying. We need to see. We've seen
Yeah,
the Charlotte with the tag. We've
my
seen
reaction was more the
Becky doing
fans
her
coming
thing.
back around to Bayley. The fans seem to get pretty stuck in like, we don't like her anymore, and then they want
That's
her
how
like,
she's been presented since they took her off WrestleMania, though. That's the thing is she went from hey Bayley to Pam. So that's the thing. I want to see Bayley back. Bayley show what she can do and show how talented she is.
yeah, I think so. I think she was pretty flat for a pretty long time, almost over a year now of just kind of flatness. Not just this WrestleMania. I think that's partly why she got pulled from WrestleMania. Is nobody was really giving a shit about her when she was booked. And I hope she can find something. I think they're doing something with her and Lyra. I don't know how that's going to play out, but we will see in time. It's interesting because the chat is like neck and neck. 43 for Bayley, 43 for Soul, 14 for nobody.
How does that? Oh yeah, 7 and 7. I was like, how does that math? And then solved it quickly. That's it. That is the closest split decision I've ever seen of even the chat or the nobody. Keith Sweat, as you always say, is pretty much down the line too.
Yeah, it's right there, and yeah, I
is
think
it because of how Bayley's been presented flat, as you've said, of for the longest time she's regressed instead of progressed, and Sol Ruca's out there with the jetpack, like she's one of the next ones, like a Stephanie Vacour that comes up and just kind of takes over the main roster when she gets there.
Yeah, a little column A, column B on this one. I think Bayley's everyone kind of sees Bayley as the veteran, the old guard. I feel like there's a groundswell, and perhaps it's younger fans out there, which is fair. But kind of the old four horsewomen, people until Charlotte found Alexa, there wasn't anything going there. Becky, people are Becky Hogan, Bayley's been a vortex, and Mercedes is just collecting or giving back belts. Maybe we will find out.
Right.
But ultimately, Soul's kind of that new vibe, that new energy. Not quite ready to hand that over yet, but I think she'll have a good battle.
True. I did love the good pun though. Pan can't stick on a program,
right? So
is nobody any good in the ring? Well, they've got so many vacancy championships reigns and everything, but this is going to be a good wrestling match, and whoever wins. This is the most kind of down the pike of this is the epitome of a showcase match.
Yeah, and I mean, I think it's just another opportunity. I think Sol Ruca's an absolute star, and I didn't even turn the bell on this time. So,
yeah, I think we've put a nice little bow on that one.
Right. But the thing we're going to talk about for the most, and the thing that most people are interested about, and the reason why people are going to tune in on Saturday more than anything else, again, it's going to be John Cena versus Gunther, and we're looking forward to it. I mean, Gunther won the tournament. Gunther earns the spot. People are putting rumors out there that Gunther's hurt or going to get hurt, and they will replace Gunther, and we will get a surprise competitor taking on John instead of Gunther.
Is that like that feels so much like a theory of no, it can't end this way. It can't end this way. Right. They have to find a way. That I hear Edge come out, that Chris Jericho comes out. Somebody, anybody, Hunter, I know you got a bad taker. Run out there, do something here.
Right? Yeah, no, I heard rumors. Yeah,
that fair enough. If that's the case, it'll be amazing. It'll be epic. I still going by what we've heard the most discussed, or at least I have. If this opens the show, John goes over, because you're not going to have Gunther tap this man out and send the crowd to have the rest of the crowd sitting there for an hour and a half, unhappy and sad because John gave up. John goes out with an AA. Hey, what do you say? And again, Gunther checks all the boxes. Whether he wins, whether he loses, he checks all the boxes. So that to me is why this works, because John can go either way with this.
Yeah, part of me thinks that, I mean, if he is going to lose, do you, especially with this open runtime, you open the show, everybody goes nuts. He gets his little moment in the ring by himself with the fans. He gets a standing ovation. Then the match begins. Gunther finally gets there. Gunther beats him. Gunther celebrates. John brushes himself off. Maybe you do something like the locker room empties. Everyone cheers like it's all done. And then we go into matches. I mean, could they do that? I don't know. I wouldn't recommend it. But I guess they could. Cena winning. I mean, same thing though. Like, we want that moment. We want to see like everybody standing. We want to see his friends come back. Will we see Randy? Will we see Brock? Will we? Punk's going to be in the building, is what I've been told. So it's interesting. I mean, I think this has to be the main event. I think you get it done early, and you give John a good, 25 minutes of just
It has to be the main event. If this opens the show, it's like finding out your parents are getting divorced and then say, "Happy birthday," go out to your birthday party and everything.
Right.
Like, no, you have it. And that's where you could have, if this is the main event, Gunther could win here. You're not going to send people throughout the rest of the show unhappy. John wins if it opens. If it main events, Gunther can win. John Cena finally gives up at the very end, as he goes off in the sunset.
Yeah.
You'll have the locker clear out
Mhm.
and be on the stage and just clap
Yeah.
and get thank you, Cena. Because that's the thing, is seeing John actually tap at that point, because he doesn't tap out
No.
often, if ever. I think it's still on single digits just throughout his
3,
career.
4. Yeah.
So
Yeah, it's a
you
low
have
number.
that last image before John even speaks. There won't be a dry eye in the house.
No, it's gonna be chaos. It's gonna be fun. It's an epic moment. We haven't had too many kind of retirements, especially in wrestling, because a lot of our faves had to retire. No, not by their choice. So we haven't had a whole lot of like healthy retirement tours. It's been a lot of like, hey guys, I know you haven't seen me in a while, but I broke my freaking neck and I can't do it.
Well, have you seen the people comparing John and Gunther to Corbin and Angle? Of almost
Did
saying
somebody
it kind
do
of.
that?
There's been some people that have thought that.
How?
Listen, it's the Twitter, man. I don't
How?
explain it. I just view it.
That's crazy to me. Like Gunther is like a preeminent talent in wrestling.
But there are
And
people that are not happy that it's Gunther in this situation, that
oh,
wanted a
Femi.
Carmelo Hayes, that wanted an Oba Femi, wanted somebody,
Oh my
anybody, wanted
god.
Copeland, wanted Jericho.
Well, I want. But I mean, dude, Carmelo made no sense. Even just the optics of little Carmelo looking up at John Cena, to me, is dumb as fuck. Is dumb as shit. He's not on that level. He's not a main event guy. Again, if you want to put over a young main event guy, could have been John Oba. But Gunther is a guy that's going to carry this ball for the next, 5 years, 6 years, 8 years. Like, Gunther's not going anywhere anytime soon, and he's always going to be near the top.
Should have been L.A. Knight. Yeah.
LA Knight's a good alternative, and it could have been LA Knight. The only thing I can think of is I think they see more long term in Gunther than they do in LA.
I don't even think it's that. I think, like I said, if it checks all the boxes, because LA's
Yeah,
couldn't work a heel in this match.
that's
LA
true.
would get booed in this match, and that's not going to help him. This is the most, like, checks all the boxes, can go 50-50 either way, like we even said. Especially if this is the main event, it goes either way now. If it's
Right.
LA John, you expect LA to win, because if LA loses, it's a burial at the highest degree of LA Knight, even worse than him, getting taken out by, Bronson Reed and co. Gunther can win, Gunther can lose. He loses nothing if he loses. He's not hurt, he's not harmed,
Mhm.
but he gets we're instantly right back there as the scariest threat if he
Mhm.
wins.
Yeah, and I agree with Big Dog here as far as Cena doesn't have to win. I don't think either of us said that.
No.
And again, I think if Gunther's already kind of in a good spot, he doesn't need the rub from John Cena, but it does echo a lot. So either way, I mean, I could see John beating him, and I'm going to pick John to win.
Can I put a caveat, as I know the buzzer just went off?
Yeah.
Can I put a brief caveat
Yes.
of, I can hear myself echoing on your end. If it opens the show, John wins, because you're not sending the people through an hour and a half of a show sad. So that's that. If it's the main event, it's a 50-50 split. You know what? To be different, to be difficult, because I caveated myself in the front end, I'll take Gunther on the back end. John finally gives up, goes out into that sunset. Seeing John Cena tap out and have the life force choked out of him in his last match, everyone's going to be crying. And then he's going to have a retirement speech. And then the entire locker room's going to be out there clapping and thank you, Cena. Thank you, Cena.
Yeah. Yeah, I could see that. 67% going Cena, 28 going Gunther, 6 going nobody. I would be highly surprised if we get a nobody for John Cena's final match. That'd be a bit of a dick punch. Tap out, pin, DQ, count out, or no contest are one of the options on the predictions. You think Gunther's choking him out?
That's the only way. He doesn't pin John Cena. of that's literally Gunther's whole shtick going into this of the man who never gives up, because that's John's slogan, is
Yep.
going to give up. Gunther's
Yeah.
going to lock in that kata hajime, and you're going to see John fight until those black eyes roll over white, and he's out like a light.
$5 super chat from Spaz. John wins the opener. The rest of the card happens, and then he comes back out and says, "Psych, see you at Mania." Don't do that. Don't do
Well,
that.
what if you get, if you smile, tum tum tum, what the Rock, tum tum tum.
Great, we could, but John, if you're going to run this whole year and then he doesn't retire, you're just taking so much credibility out of the company that some people already question. So you'd look completely fucking dumb if, and I don't believe John's going to renege on this. John seems very steadfast. So yeah,
that John's that militaristic kind of,
my word is my
straight shooter
bond.
guy and everything. So yeah, and it would just be now, Dwayne. Now is when you show up, not during the heel turn or anything,
Yeah.
not when Travis Scott couldn't show up or anything.
Right.
Now, Dwayne.
Yeah, maybe Rock can stay home. Yes, he can. He doesn't have to be a part of this spotlight, even though it will be a big one. The only way
I
Gunther
hope not. He shouldn't be, but there's some people like, are you in that camp? And a personal question aside, are you in that camp of you want a Copeland or a Jericho to show up, even if it's not in the match of that ends that show or anything?
Not really. I mean, again, I think if you're going to bring like Jericho in, you could do it at, the Rumble. You can, I mean, again, because we haven't seen them around. I mean, I think I'll pop for the surprise. I don't think Copeland's going anywhere. And the Jericho thing, January 6th. I mean, he's a big fan of that date.
Yeah, so good. It's such a great date. I
Such a
don't know
great
why
date.
he likes that, but he likes it.
Mhm.
This show doesn't need surprises. This show doesn't need debuts, returns, or anything. This is all about John Cena. I
Yeah.
expect to see video packages in between every match and all of that.
Yep.
You could even sit there and have John Cena do a voiceover introducing each match or anything. We said before, I think on Monday or Tuesday, that it would have been cool to see John more pick who's in this match or on this show than it just kind of
Yeah.
be announced. This is all going to be focused on John. They wanted to do a 2-hour spectacle and
Yeah.
only have John's match on this. So
Right.
you don't need extra fluff. When you're having John Cena's last match, you don't need more.
Yeah, the way I see surprises is we might get some blasts from the past, some old friends. Like again, CM Punk's not on the card, but Punk showing up, not a huge surprise, but I could see a few people that have rubbed elbows. Some people said maybe Batista pops up just to say hi and, clap for him. That kind of thing. We might get some of those people. Like, I don't think there's going to be like I said, I saw a theory of like Gunther gets injured and then you think you know me and Edge comes running out. And I'm like, all right, like, fuck, let's do all the fantasy.
Yeah, I don't think we get the masked man showing up, but I think we get, some testimonials and everything like that. That kind of, real world road rules kind of thing of to where they've got Batista backstage and he talks about how great John Cena is and working with him. And then, maybe Angle cut something. Taker says something, stuff like that.
$2 super chats for chat from Super Chaz from Spaz. We're gonna call him that from now on. Vinnie Mac, Brock Lesnar, Logan, and the Donald in the crowd. Rumors were that Donald wanted to be there. It's in his backyard. Vinnie Mac, listen, they can't. And I think the Donald one, that's all y'all. Y'all have some issues internally. I have no idea. But Vinnie Mac, you can't. No fucking way.
Vinny, no, excuse me. Brock, yes. Logan, yes. Donald, I don't know. He might be getting ready for the UFC card. It's in his backyard, though. It's dicey. It's a dicey game.
It is dicey.
That's the thing is you don't want to. Pro wrestling should not be in bed with politics one way or another. It should not, because that's an easy way and why we avoid it, especially cross-continental. His nation's different from my nation, so we don't have to worry about that. but you're creating a natural divide that doesn't need to be there. If Donald wants to go, how do you say no?
What do you
But
do?
I don't
If
know
he
if they
buys a
really
ticket,
sent an
can you
invite.
stop him?
How do you say no to the president of the US?
Right? You can't really put a spotlight on him though. That's the thing. All right, he's there. Don't do the whole like, look the Donald.
No, you
Don't.
don't know the Donald.
Maybe
Don's going
they're
to be in
just like
there.
a
He's got to
fucking
have his whole pup in circumstance. He's got to shake Jesse's hand.
yeah.
That's another thing. Jesse Ventura is going to be there.
Yes.
Jesse's fine enough. You get Jesse there. You don't need Donald. That might be the main event is Jesse Ventura versus Donald Trump.
There you go. I think you just have one like press box, one suite, and it's all the people that have shady business that you don't want to. Donald, Vince, maybe Brock's hanging out because he's friends. Like you just throw all those guys in one box, and here you go.
And then you just tell the police,
Well,
get
I
him.
think that's how they got in trouble, actually. But moving on.
That's what you tell the police, get him.
Right, get him all. We got him. Jim Cornette shows up, highly unlikely, but hey, I mean, he had a hand in the development. Nick, I'm super looking forward to Saturday. I think this is crazy. We haven't seen too many goodbyes, like I said, on this grand scale. I mean, we've seen other people say goodbye, but we didn't really know. The most recent memory I have is like Triple H, where I mean, he'd probably try and have a match or two if his heart didn't, have a moment. So, this is epic. One of the GOATs, love or hate him, he got a crowd reaction at a time when wrestling maybe wasn't at its best. He was the best doing it, and he will go down as one of the best of all times.
Well, he is on a Mount Rushmore. That's not deniable anymore. Through the time where people were still getting into like we're in wrestling, we're falling out of wrestling, got back into wrestling, fell back out of wrestling, got back into wrestling. John Cena has been there. He has been the constant. Yeah. He has been one of a few group that feels like something like this is warranted, is deserved, is needed. It's a Kobe, it's a Derek Jeter, it's a Michael Jordan, it's a LeBron James when he hangs it up kind of vibe of, and it is that almost that similarity of Hulk Hogan's a lot of people's Michael Jordans or Ric Flair or anything like that. Yeah. John Cena's the LeBron James. John Cena was the one that like early 2000s till now.
Yeah.
People, when they think of pro wrestling, they think of John Cena. There's people that have never watched pro wrestling that know who John Cena is. There's still that whole goddamn radio prank call. And his name is John Cena. And you don't have to watch wrestling at all to get that, to laugh at it, to enjoy it, all of that. He has transcended pop culture.
Oh, 100%. And again, we wish him all the best as he moves forward. And what I like, and I hope this doesn't change, but to me, one of the a lot of our heroes, especially in 2025 nowadays, a lot of our heroes have asterisks, or we got to debate the merits of, well, they were really good, but John doesn't seem to have a but. He was a really good guy. He set a world record for how much he gave back. Everybody feels good about it. I hope this is a fun show. I'd be shocked if it isn't. And I mean, again, I think no matter what tribe you're in, this is going to bring everyone together on Saturday to watch. And I know, so I'm watching Collision. Well, do you, boo-boo? But at the end of the day, this is where 90% of the wrestling world would be paying attention to, and beyond that.
Even if you want to go on Twitter and say you're not, bullshit. 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 We're going to be out here, jorts in hand, all of that, of paying respect to a living legend, of a guy that's done it at a different level, like you said, even with the Make-A-Wish and all of that, that is such a great human being on top of how good he is as a pro wrestler.
For sure.
That's the thing, is you're celebrating the human being, because it's John Cena. It's John Cena in the ring, it's John Cena out of the ring. And he's even talked about how people who only watch the pro wrestling don't understand what truly John Cena is.
Right. But that's it, folks. We are going to be here live Saturday, 6:45. We go live. They're doing like a 2-hour pre-show. We'll be part of the pre-show. The main show goes live at 8. We're going to be here for all that. We'll probably cover some of the post-show. It's going to be a fun time. Of course, we have SmackDown tomorrow, 7:30 p.m. Make sure you be a friend, tell a friend. Check out all our socials. Check out the Discord. Check out all the fun stuff. We got more coming your way. We're heading towards award shows, year-end reviews, and all that fun stuff, including the holidays. So make sure, again, be a friend, tell a friend, click that little bell, and don't miss a moment. But we're looking forward to it. SmackDown's going to be fun.
Our shit is real, our shit is raw, our shit is authentic. When you talk about that wrestling, you better put that do 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 do
Last
do.
time. Well, not our last time, but for the last time for him. See you on the flip side. Good night.